So yesterday I got the bed of the truck back up on its feet, per se. And what I tried to do is, as you can imagine, that the underside of the bed was quite dirty. So years and years of, just rock roads and all kinds of, straw and hay, and, it was a farm truck, so it's going to have all that stuff. But what I did was I kind of went to the hardware store and I got some of these, I don't know, lift point shackles. I don't know what to call them. I threw the package away, so I don't know really what to call them. Anyway, this is where the bolt bed usually goes to mount to the frame. So I put a bolt like you normally would, and then I put a couple of these shackles. And then I had a chain here. Kind of see I got a chain there, and what I did was I used the tractor to kind of lift it up and get it vertical so that when I washed it, everything kind of drained off of it. So all in all, I could be worse. So here in the Midwest, we have a whole lot of salt and grime and just, a lot of moisture that just eats this stuff up like crazy. So I'm sure some people are, probably not used to that. If you live, from here to the East Coast, you're more than used to it. But the good news is that even though this has some rust on it, the metal is actually solid. Like I took a hammer to it, started whacking on it, and the bed structure itself is actually still good. So luckily, you got some spots here that are, look kind of bad, but it's actually still good metal. So you can kind of take a fork of a hammer, the claw side of the hammer, and whack on it, and of course it doesn't go through it. So that's good. So what I'll do is I'll put some of that rust stop that I used on the frame. I'll do that again, and then I'll probably put some undercoating on it to, help protect it. Do I need to do both? I'm not sure if I need to do both. I'm not sure if the undercoating actually stops the rust. I don't think it does. I think that's why I'm going to use the rust stop. So some areas that did concern me that were a little worse than I thought. On this side here of the bed, I think it's here. Kind of thought all this was good yet, but then I got it washed off and I started to see a couple spots here. And when you see a bubble on the outside, that's not a good sign. So, I think, is there still good metal there? There is. I think there's going to be probably a little patchwork in spots because, for instance, kind of like right in here, I think it could use a little help. Maybe back there as well. So, but again, would like to take a roller brush or probably maybe a spray can of some kind and just go in there and get all that and help protect those. Although I don't understand it, but this side, and this would be the left side, the driver's side over here, it's better than the passenger side. I mean, I don't really understand that. I really don't understand that. So, I don't know. Otherwise, the bed is this all here. This is let's take a step back here for frame of reference. So you got the wheel wells. So you can kind of see the part that's not so good is, some of this obviously is going to have to be, this whole piece here is going to have to be replaced. This is between the styling piece of the truck bed and the inner tire well, wheel well, whatever. But otherwise, like back here in the lights and stuff, like right here, this turned out pretty good. Like I'm pretty happy. That structure in there is still in real good shape. So kind of happy, pretty happy about that. I'm not going to have the dual tanks anymore. I'm going to eliminate this. I'll just make a patch and weld it in there. I'm not going to have the double tank. I don't really want to deal with it. Obviously this has all got to get welded back in, so there's definitely some body work, but you're just not going to find a truck here in the Midwest without this rust. And when people say your typical Chevy rust, that's what they're talking about. They're talking about the wheel wells, and of course, you know, our good friends here at the cab corners and the rockers, and you know, all that stuff has got to be fixed. So yeah, I mean, you can find a rust-free truck, but it's going to cost you a lot more money. Here in the Midwest, you're probably looking at something that doesn't have any rust in it is easily going to be, you know, in the $4,000 to $7,000 range, and only $4,000 if they're desperate, probably. So I don't know, maybe it pays to go other places to get them, but yeah. Otherwise, the actual bed of the truck underneath, you know, the other side of it, where you put all your tools and stuff, that still look pretty good. So just have to sand it down and put some bed liner in that, and that'll be okay. I thought maybe these wheel wells would have to be replaced, but I don't think so. They're still in good shape. So happy to see that. Anyway, so that's the truck bed. Not sure if I'm going to do that first or pull the engine. I'm really itching to pull the engine. So yeah, I think, I don't know. We'll see once. That's what I got right now. And hopefully going into winter, we'll get some more time to work on this. So thanks for watching.